So I have a meditation course that I have, um, and it's kind of 6 classes. So this is actually the first one. And what I'm aiming to share with you today is the foundations to being able to meditate. Because there's a few misunderstandings about meditation that I would like to address and correct, so that when people start with their meditation practice, they'll realize that they're not encountering dead ends, but simply just hurdles, So today's presentation is Foundations to Meditation, where actually we won't be doing any meditation practice at all. We will be exploring relaxation and concentration. So before we begin, we're just going to take a moment to close our eyes, take a deep breath, and just feel our breath. Just to take a moment to get out of the head, get out of the thoughts, away from the thinking, and just for a moment, feel the breath in the body. So breathing through your nose as you inhale, feel the cool air coming in through the nostrils, and the warmer air passing back out. Feeling the movement of your body as you breathe. Just allowing yourself to settle, to let go of any thoughts that may be passing through your head as you focus on your feeling, the feeling of your breath. No thoughts need thinking about, and there is nowhere else to be. Okay, opening the eyes. So that is a little mantra that I actually always say that at the beginning of every meditation that I do, because I think it really encapsulates quite simply, what a meditation should be. There's nothing that we need to think about, and we don't need to be anywhere else other than where we are. So this is a mantra that you'll always hear me say at the beginning of every single meditation I do. Okay, so unfortunately the banner is just covering a few words, so not a problem. So basically what this is saying, this is what I've channeled my inner Yoda, and I've written that relaxation is the foundation. So if you are, there we go, banner's disappeared, that's handy. So if you are relaxed, then you can concentrate. If you can concentrate, then you can focus. If you can focus, then you can have discipline. If you have discipline, you can do anything you want. And being able to do whatever you want to do is very relaxing. So it takes you out of the loop, the cycle of being stuck in these stressful habits. These stress, it's like let's say for example you've had a bad day, and because you've had a bad day you want something easy for dinner, so you go and have some fast food, knowing that that's not really going to be to your benefit, but that's what you do anyway. So you've had a bad day, you have some bad food, you wake up the next day, you're not feeling that good, so you have another day that's not too good, and it's you kind of get into this cycle and this habit of habits that are not beneficial for you. Well, there's a different loop, a different pathway that you can travel down, and that is start taking care of yourself so that you feel better, so you can take more care of yourself so you feel better. And the absolute foundation to that is being relaxed. So we're not going to cover this today just because of time, but very briefly, let's just think about the spine, as this does apply to what we're going to explore next. So the spine is the energy highway, the information highway of the whole of our body, whole of our anatomy. And very rarely do we allow that pathway to be straight and supported, allowing free flow of energy to travel through that highway. So the way to think of it here is like the river that I've shown in this image on the screen, where, if you have a river and there's curves and bends, when there are curves and bends, then you have a depositing of sediment. So the energy, the free flow of the water gets slowed down, stuff gets deposited. The corners and the bends are where energy is lost. And it's very similar for the spine. If we are never laying flat on our back, then we are never giving our bodies the chance to be fully rested, fully relaxed, fully supported, to allow energy to get to where it needs to go. So, think about it. When have you ever just lain flat on your back on a firm surface? You may be thinking, okay, well, I sleep in my bed, but in our beds, quite often, especially if we're going to sleep, we might lie on our sides and lie on our fronts. People have all weird positions that they lay in. But not only that, but you've got the mattress, which will be kind of taking your spine out of alignment. You've got pillows and duvets and throws and all manner of things, which is just causing kinks and bends and movement in the spine that is not a clear channel for energy to flow through. And so the only way that we can actually the only practice we can do with our bodies that fully enables this free flow of energy is in yoga. It's known as shavasana, but essentially it's just a full relaxation posture where you lay flat on your back on the floor. So you've got the firm surface, your spine is fully supported, you're spreading your cells out, so you've got space in the legs, space in the armpits, and this way your spine, it cannot be more supported. That is perfectly set for your body to completely rest, completely relax, because there's no area in the body where, there's not an arm draped over that's pulling on the muscle, and everything can just soften, everything can relax. Now, I have used this image here because I have this lovely lady in the middle just demonstrating another option, another way of adopting this posture if you are someone that has a tight back. So if you lay flat on the floor and you experience a tension or a pulling or a tightness in your lower back, then you have got a tight lower back, which can be treated and corrected with a good yoga practice. But if you are not quite there yet in having a comfortable spine, comfortable back, then a way to avoid pulling on the lower back is to bend your knees, have your feet hip width apart, if not wider, and then rest the knees against each other. And so this just prevents you having to hold your legs in place. The legs will support themselves resting there, so you can still rest your body, relax your body, and get the most possible out of this relaxation posture. And a little tweak that I always recommend when you come into this posture is that either way, whether your knees are bent or not, you'll have 3 areas of your spine that kind of curve away from the floor. So when you lay flat on your back, it'll be your lower back, the space between your shoulder blades, and the back of your neck. And so when you lay down into this relaxation posture, you want to try and get all 3 areas of your spine to kind of make contact with the floor beneath you. So you'll press down your lower back, you press down between the shoulder blades, and when you press down to the back of the neck, the chin will tuck in slightly, so you'll actually lengthen more through the back of the neck. And this way, it just makes sure that sort of nothing is too high away from the floor, so that again, the spine is as supported as it can be in this relaxation posture. So we're actually going to do a relaxation practice. I've definitely done this before, but quite a while ago now. And this is a practice that you can do as a relaxation or as a meditation. The difference being, a meditation you'll be sat up, whereas a relaxation, you are in the relaxation posture, again, as demonstrated in the photo here. You have to be flat on your back. Again, try and get your spine as fully supported by the floor as possible. So before we crack on with the practice, I'll just give a quick moment for anybody, if there's any questions from the chat, if anybody wants to just drop a comment, If there's anything that needs clarifying or that I can explain better, then please let me know. I am sort of steaming through this again just because I always overrun. Basically, I always try and do these classes in an hour, and they have gone on to 90 minutes, if not longer, before. So I'm doing my best to try and keep this short and sweet. But again, if there's any questions, please drop them in the chat now. Otherwise, we will be getting on with the practice. So I'm not seeing any comments coming through. So if you're happy to crack on with the practice, then all you need to do is adopt that relaxation posture that I've shown in the previous slide. So again, flat on your back, on the floor. If there's problems in the lower back, obviously bending your knees, feet on the floor with the knees resting against each other. And so when you're laying flat on your back, spreading yourselves out, getting comfortable, and then just closing your eyes. So the way that we do this practice is I'm going to bring your awareness, your attention, your focus to a single area of your body. So like a foot or the lower leg or the thigh. With your focus and your attention here in that part of your body, as you inhale, as you breathe in, you will tense and tighten and squeeze those muscles, contracting those muscles in that area of your body. And then when you exhale, you soften, you relax, you release those muscles, and they can let go. So if I was to do my hand, for example, so I say, take your focus, take your attention to your right hand. I'm going to say inhale, and you're going to make a fist, and you're going to squeeze all the muscles as strong as you can in that right fist. So you're breathing in, inhaling, squeezing, and then when you exhale, you let go. So that doesn't mean, obviously, to sort of just make sure that nobody does this. When I say let go, that doesn't mean open your hand back up, because that requires that you're using the muscles to open the hand. So it's going to be inhaling, squeezing, and then when exhale, releasing, you just let go. So you can see here, my hand, that is the natural position that it's just fallen into by me releasing those muscles. So I'm not opening my hand, I've just let go, and that is how my hand is going to stay, and that's the job done, okay? So we're going to move around every area, every part of the body, tensing, relaxing, using the breath. And so then once we've gone through the whole body, then every part of our body will have been consciously tensed and then released. So then every muscle in the body should be as relaxed as it can be, which then will allow us to get into a deep relaxation practice, okay? So it's only going to be, again, with these relaxation practices, I try to sort of give 45 minutes to an hour with this practice, because that's when the magic really happens. That's when you get into a real deep level of relaxation. But today we've only got a short amount of time, so I will sort of steam through this just so you've got a really good idea of how the practice is done. And then you will find, definitely on the Virtual Village Hall's YouTube, on my YouTube, there's different length relaxations for you to work with, or obviously you can do it in your own time. It's pretty simple. Okay, so laying flat on the floor, flat on your backs, with your eyes closed, and just using your breath, breathing normally, breathing naturally, but focusing on the sensation of your breathing. Feeling your breath, feeling your body. And so, first of all, bringing our focus, our attention into our feet. Connecting to the toes, sole of the foot, the heel. As we inhale, tighten, squeeze, contract, pull the toes in, press the heels down, feel all the muscles contracting, squeezing, pressing, breathing in. And then as you exhale, release the muscles, soften the feet. And awareness, attention rising up into the lower legs, connecting to your shins, your calf muscles. As you breathe in, squeeze, compress, contract, tightening, squeezing, pressing, breathing in deeper. As you exhale, soften the muscles, relaxing your lower legs, letting go. Awareness rising up into the thighs, all the muscles, the quads, the hamstrings. Breathing in, squeezing, contracting, compressing, pulling all the muscles into the bone, breathing in as deep as you can, squeezing tighter, pressing harder. And as you exhale, releasing, soften the muscles, relax. Bringing your attention into your right butt cheek, the right buttock. As you breathe in, squeeze the muscle, press it down into the floor, pull the muscle in, compressing, squeezing, tightening. As you exhale, soften the muscle, relax. Bringing your attention into the left buttock. Again, as you breathe in, squeezing, tightening, contracting, pulling, pressing. As you exhale, soften the muscle, relax. Bringing our focus, our attention into the pelvic floor muscles. As you inhale, pull, squeeze in, pull up, contract the muscles, breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. And as you exhale, soften the muscles, let them relax. And now, connecting to the whole of your hips, the whole of your pelvis. So your bum, your pelvic floor muscles, everything in between. As you breathe in, squeezing, contracting, pressing, pulling, tightening, breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. And as you exhale, soften the pelvis, relaxing the muscles. Bringing our attention up into the lower back. All the muscles in the lower back, either side of your spine. As you breathe in, squeeze the muscles, pull them into the spine, press them down to the floor, breathing in tighter, squeezing in harder. And as you exhale, soften the muscles, let them release. Calming into the stomach, the belly, the abdomen, connecting to your abdominals. As you breathe in, expand the belly as big as you can, push your belly button away from you, breathe in deeper, expand the belly larger. As you exhale, let go of your breath, soften the muscles, soften your belly. Bringing our focus up into the chest, connecting to your breast, your pectoral muscles. As you breathe in, pull the muscles in, squeeze them into the ribs, pull them into the body, breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. As you exhale, softening your chest, relaxing the muscles, letting go. Bringing our attention into the upper back, shoulder blades. With your next breath in, squeezing the shoulder blades, pulling them in together, pressing them down into the floor. Breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. And as you exhale, softening the upper back, releasing the muscles, relax. Bringing your attention to your hands. As you inhale, making fists and squeezing your fists as strong as you can. Squeezing the fingers, squeezing the thumbs, pressing the fists down into the ground. As you exhale, letting go, soften the muscles, soften the hands. Focusing now on the forearms. All the muscles as we breathe in, squeezing them in, tightening, pressing, contracting, pulling. Breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. And as you exhale, softening your forearms, let them release. Calming into the upper arms, bicep and the tricep. As you breathe in, squeeze the muscles, tighten the arms, squeezing the bicep, squeezing the tricep, breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. As you exhale, soften the arms, letting go. Calming into the shoulders. As you breathe in, pull the shoulders up into the ears, pull them into the neck, squeeze all the muscles, breathing in deeper, squeezing harder. As you exhale, soften the shoulders, allow them to fall where they may. As we focus on our neck, as we breathe in, lift your head high off the floor, stretching the neck, lifting the head high. As you exhale, gently placing your head back down on the floor. Staying with the neck as you breathe in, press your head down into the floor as strong as you can. Feel all the muscles working, pressing the head down. And then as you exhale, letting go, soften the muscles, releasing the neck. And bringing our attention up into the jaw. As we breathe in, open the mouth as wide as we can, stretch the jaw. Breathing in deeper, open a bit wider. And as you exhale, soften your jaw. With the jaw soft, the teeth should not be together. Maybe the mouth is slightly open. Allow the jaw to just be soft. As you bring your focus into your face, all of your facial features, connecting to your cheeks, your lips, your eyes, your eyebrows. With your next breath in, squeeze everything into the center of your face, pulling all the muscles into the nose. Scrunch your face, squeeze your face, breathe in deeper, squeezing harder. And as you exhale, softening your face, relaxing, letting go. And finally, bringing your attention to the crown of your head. Just being aware that this part of you exists. Nothing to do here other than be aware, to feel, to connect. And then to finish our practice, with your next breath in, every muscle in your body, as you breathe in, squeeze, contract, compress, hands, feet, feel the thighs, feel the legs, feel the arms, feel the body, everything squeezing, breathing in deeper, everything squeezing harder, tightening, squeezing, compressing, pulling. And then as you exhale, soften everything. Let it relax. Let it release. So now you have worked every muscle in your body, consciously engaging, flexing, contracting, and consciously releasing, letting go. Feel your body at ease. Everything is soft. Everything can rest. So now you can relax. But then when you're ready, getting ready to come up, to sit up by just rolling onto your side and gently pushing yourself back up to sitting in the way that's comfortable for you. Okay, so that was a quick demonstration of the relaxation practice. Now, when you do this by yourself or using any of the other videos available on the Virtual Village Hall or on my YouTube, then you can go through the tensing and relaxing of the body slower, really connecting to, rather than both feet at the same time, connecting to one foot and the other foot, that kind of thing, very, very, piece by piece, part by part, very methodically working through the body. And the idea is that once you have gone through the practice, then you just lay there for as long as you need, as long as you can. And it is a practice that, say for example, you spend, 30, 45 minutes laying on your back. When you come out of it, you will feel more rested than if you had slept for maybe 7 to 8 hours. It's a very, very restorative, very resting practice for the body. And it's one of those things that, the more time you can give to it, the more it benefits your body. It really calms the central nervous system, gives it a good rest, good reset. And now when you're fully relaxed, when your body is rested and relaxed, then you have the ability to start working on your concentration. So we're going to quickly cover how to sit properly, as again, this is another hurdle that people experience when it comes to trying to meditate. And unfortunately, I probably should have taken a photo of myself, really, because, or maybe I've used these photos for the demonstration purposes. The two people in these photos, they're not sitting properly. This is not a healthy way to sit to support you in sitting for a long period of time when it comes to meditation. Because what's happening here, when the knees are higher than the hips, you're having to use the insides of your thighs, your abdominals, you're having to use all these muscles to pull your pelvis forward so you can sit up straight. And that's going to use up a lot of energy. And for the longer you sit, the more you're going to wear those muscles out. It's going to be tiring. It is not a resting, relaxing meditation practice. So when it comes to sitting, your knees must be lower than your hips. And so if that means that you can't sit on the floor, sit on a chair. You know, it's not a problem. You can sit any way you like. There are no rules to sitting other than the one rule that your knees must be lower than your hips, simply because if your knees are lower than your hips, you can tilt the pelvis forwards, then the base of your spine is perfectly set, and the rest of the spine should really just kind of fall into place. You want to sort of, you know, open the chest, roll the shoulder blades backwards. That just adds to the proper sitting, the comfortable sitting. So when it comes to sitting, you know, it is only the spine that matters. What you're doing with your legs doesn't matter, so long as you're managing to keep your knees lower than your hips. As you can see here in the diagram, you can sort of see the difference between, I mean, the knees are not shown as being higher than the hips, but essentially these knees as being higher than the hips, and you can see that the spine is not perfectly set from the base to support the spine. Anyway, again, just crash course. So the most powerful concentration practice that you can do is called Anapana, and it literally is an observation of your natural breath. So, you know, you come to sitting in a healthy sitting posture, whatever works for you, and then all you're doing is containing your focus, your attention in this area of your face. So the nose, this triangular area here, from the bridge of your nose to the edges of your nostrils to the middle of your nose. You're trying to bring all of your focus, all of your attention to stay in that space. So as you breathe through your nose, you just notice where you feel the breath the strongest. Maybe in the bridge, maybe in the nostrils, wherever you feel it the strongest, keep your focus, keep your attention there, and then that is the practice. As you do this practice, your mind will wander, you know, especially if you're new to this. If you've never practiced it before, it's a skill. It takes time. It takes regular practice, regular commitment to get better. And so as you're doing this practice, your attention wanders. You start thinking about something else. You start listening to a different sound. You know, there's something in your environment or whatever. Your attention goes to that. Perfect. Fine. That is not a problem. All you need to do, the point of the practice, is to recognize when that has happened. So you recognize, oh, I'm no longer focusing on my breathing. I'm going to bring my attention back to my breath. And that's the practice. So every time your attention, your energy, your focus goes somewhere else, you just bring it back to focusing on your breathing, and that's it. And every time you catch yourself, you catch your attention wandering off, see that as like a bicep curl in the gym, you know? So you're working your bicep, you've got a heavy weight. Every time you lift that weight, you're making that muscle stronger. Every time you bring your attention back, you're making your focus, your concentration stronger, okay? So that is the simplest practice I know, and one of the most powerful and really, really beneficial, very crucial to harnessing your ability to focus and concentrate. And then after that, another practice that can be done is, it's known as Tratak meditation. I think I've done this on Virtual Village Hall, and I definitely have it on my YouTube, where I go further into this. But essentially, there's two ways of doing this, but the way to begin with is this can actually be done, this practice can be done with any object that is natural and beautiful, so a flower or whatever you want to use. But the best thing is the flame of a candle, because what you're going to do is stare at the flame of a candle for as long as you need until that image is kind of like burned into your retina. Once it's kind of really, you know, when you close your eyes and you can still see the flame, then you close your eyes and you focus on seeing that flame in your closed vision. So with your eyes closed, you see the flame, and it can appear in many different ways. It can appear as a negative. You might see the candle itself. You might see what's behind the candle flame. You know, it doesn't matter what you see. Whatever image is there when you close your eyes, you're just going to focus on that for as long as you can. Keep your attention on that. And when it starts to fade away and you can no longer see it, you open your eyes and you do the practice again. Again, you look at the flame, you look long enough until the image is there again, you close your eyes, and you just hold that image in your mind's eye, in your closed eye vision, for as long as you can, and you do it again and again and again. So this is really good for sort of understanding, bringing our focus and our attention from outside of ourselves to the inside of ourselves. There's a second method to that practice, but we don't need to go through that today. So these are the foundations to meditation. So if you are someone that is new to meditation, maybe you're trying to run before you can walk. Maybe you're struggling with meditation because you don't have the building blocks to support you in a strong meditation practice. So the things that I've covered here today, relaxation and concentration, they are the cornerstones of the pyramid that has meditation at the top. So these must be thoroughly utilized to really get a good grip of what meditation can be. And so I will leave you with this thought that concentration is not a constant. So again, having spoken about concentration, it's something that we all have. We all have the ability to concentrate, the ability to focus, but we don't know what it is. And the way that we think about it tends to be kind of missing the mark a little bit, in terms of we feel that concentration should be a constant thing. It's like if you're paying attention to something, your focus should be 100% on that and nothing else. And as soon as your attention, your concentration goes somewhere else, well, you've lost it, and then you've got bad focus, bad concentration. And that's entirely not the point, but not the truth. Because if that is what our concentration was, then we would never get past the first note of music. Someone would play the first note and they would just hold that note for the whole song. Or like if they go to read a page in a book, they would never get past the first letter, because it's not 100% locked in attention. It's a constant reapplication of energy. So to read the music on, to read music or to read words in a book, you have to take your attention to several letters to read a word, and then you have to read several words to read a sentence, and several sentences to read a book. And so you're constantly reapplying your focus, your energy, your concentration to what it is that you're paying attention to. And so we don't need to worry that if we're practicing our concentration or practicing our meditation and we lose the focus for a moment. If that happens, all you need to do is reapply. Constant reapplication is how we harness our focus and our ability to concentrate, so that whatever we're trying to do, hoping to do, aiming to do, then we can achieve it, And okay, your attention wanders, that's fine. Notice it, come back, keep reapplying yourself to whatever the task is, and that is how you get through it. Okay, so that is all I have time for today. So I think I do get notified if comments are left on this video. It'll sort of ping up on my page, and I can come back and always answer them. So if anybody's watching this at a later point, feel free to drop a comment, or even drop me a message. My inbox on all my social medias, or my email inbox is always open. I'm more than happy to discuss any of these subjects. So yeah, let me know if you've learned anything today, how you got on, how you did. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.